Monday is Martin Luther King Day, and as has become a growing tradition in Springfield, a big event is planned midday at the Mass Mutual Center, and here to preview that for us and talk a little bit about what that event means and the overall meaning of the day here in Springfield, we have two good friends of the program. Eileen McCaffery, Executive Director of the Community Music School of Springfield. Ron Johnson is the CEO at MLK Family Services here in town. It's so good to have both of you and good to see you. Again, thanks for coming.
It is good to be here.
Thank you, Tim.
Eileen, let me ask you, at first blush, I think when you hear community music school, you don't automatically say, well, those are the folks that are going to help coordinate the MLK Day event, but why not, and why wouldn't you be? Tell us a little bit about it. I mean, this is a big event. It gets bigger every year. More and more community organizations across a broad spectrum getting to be part of this.
Yes, thank you, Jim. And actually 3 years ago, Ron invited us to be one of the partners in what had been something that the MLK Family Services for many years had been, which is the celebration center for the city. He brought in the community music school in order to help us to activate some real youth engagement on the part of music, and also Dream Studio, who brought the theater and the dance component. And I'm proud to say, 3 years later, the event has grown from about 500 people the first year with about 200 performers to today where we're expecting over 1,200 people in attendance at the Mass Mutual Center, and there are over 400 children who will be part of this musical dance and theater celebration, and actually spoken word. So we are thrilled. This is exactly the kind of legacy that Dr. King created for communities like Springfield to come together for one day in this really beautiful collaboration and celebrate the possibilities.
Ron Johnson, I want to let you comment on all that, but first thing I want to say is, first of all, whenever I write down your title, CEO, MLK Family Services, it occurs to me, and boy, is this presumptuous of me to say, but it seems to me, just like Eileen saying, I think Dr. King himself would say, that's what I'm talking about, family services, while we're doing everything else we ought to be doing. What a great thing now to take your organization, put it together with Community Music School, to put it together with Dream Studios, put it together with all these community organizations. And we're going to try and mention as many as we can to do this big event at the Mass Mutual Center.
Yes, you know, even looking at the name, and thank you for making that reference, because it was probably about a decade ago that the board of directors made the decision to transition the center from being the community center to becoming a family services agency, with the realization that we needed to be really looking at how we wrapped services and engaged the community in the process of building family. So that was a very deliberate thing. And so while we have at the micro level of social work a number of programs that works very specifically with families, this is our macro social work. This is our opportunity to be able to engage community in the broadest aspect and give honor to the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, but also make real his dream of us working across our sectors, across race, nationality, and culture. So with a celebration of all of those cultures and all of those young people who represent the beautiful diversity that makes up Western Massachusetts and largely the city of Springfield.
And it seems to me, we were talking about this a little bit before the taping, but when white people get to know black people, get to know Asian people, get to know Latino people, get to know fill in the blank people, whatever, of different backgrounds or creeds or economic levels or whatever it is, you stop being afraid and you stop being prejudiced. And I think this event's a lot about that.
It is. It's about breaking down some of those barriers and silos because to your point earlier, we really need to get to know the best of one another. And so this is really a great way to do this. And this is not, as we celebrate the legacy of Dr. King, this is not a black holiday. This is a national holiday celebrating a national hero, a national icon who was really responsible for helping to drive forward change in our country. And so there's so many opportunities for us to be able to exchange our ideas, our thoughts about how we go forward, not only from his legacy 50 years ago and the Civil Rights Bill and his passing, but also for how do we begin to start thinking about how we heal the relationships that exist in our community and across the country, because there's still more work to be done.
Eileen McCaffery, let me ask you, I'm going to real quick go through a list, and wow, it's an amazing roster, and I'm probably not going to get everybody, but the Freedom Choir, Women of Faith Gospel Singers, SMSS String City Orchestra, Martin Luther King Jr. Festival Orchestra, Dream Studios Dancers and Performing Artists, they're terrific, MLK Family Services Drumming and Choral Group, poet-author Magdalena Gomez, Bravo Waterbury, the MLK School of Excellence, what a great couple of hours you're going to have starting at 11 o'clock at the Civic Center. People are going to be enthralled and entertained and instructed and inspired.
It's going to be wonderful, and this year we have a really fantastic, as we did last year, a fantastic lineup. I think one of the really exciting pieces is we've activated about 300 students who are middle school students in a program called Sonida Musica, which is a public school partnership that the community music school is involved in. These are children mostly who have never had music instruction, certainly not playing instruments like they're doing now. And they'll be on stage doing a song by Alicia Keys called We Are Here that they've been preparing since November in the public schools with the partnership Sonida Musica with the community music school. And we've involved all these other organizations that you just mentioned, the MLK. We did workshops with the MLK Family Services children, with the MLK Charter School of Excellence students, with the folks from the St. Michael's Academy, all the different groups coming together, all going to be standing on the stage singing something that's about the exact topic that we're talking about today, which is bringing people together to have a real sustained dialogue around the possibilities of what does it look like to collaborate, what does it look like to build community, what does it look like to face issues that are hard issues. And if we face them together, it's a whole different experience. So you're going to see in action what the purpose of this collaboration, which I have to say, Ron was the person who had the idea of bringing organizations together in collaboration and letting that experience be a reflection of the day. And so as we continue to build this coalition, it is exactly what was the start of something smaller that's getting bigger and bigger, and everyone's welcome. It's free and open to the public, and the collaborations are on display. So we have many, many wonderful things to do on that day.
Yeah, I would just add one of the other things that I think rounds this out, because it is a celebration of the arts. So with the partnership of Engaging Dream Studios led by Ben Smith, you know, you're going to have some drama. He's going to bring, you know, some dramatic presentations. He'll be bringing some dance to it. And then you've got folks who have been in preparation, because like the children have been in preparation, there's a new group called the Springfield Mass Choir. They've been in preparation for this. So this is an event that people have come to look forward to, and they spend time preparing for, and everything that is presented is intentional. There'll be a keynote presentation by a young man who won an oratorical competition in Springfield, and I think that's going to be extremely inspiring.
So much more to talk about, but go 11 o'clock, it starts Monday, Martin Luther King Day, Mass Mutual Center. Eileen McCaffery, Ron Johnson, thanks for what you're doing for this event. Thanks for coming in and spending some time with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.